the speed of reversion to a 0 DTE premium. This is a really interesting piece that our research team put together for you guys. I think you will like it. Every Thursday, we try to do a 0 DTE talk. Last Thursday was the only one we didn't because we decided to do something on bonds to kind of give a refresher course on bonds. But this one, we went back to the 0 DTE speed of reversion. Let's see what that means. We're obviously talking about volatility reversion, but let's see. So starting in the second half of September, one-day implied volatility jumped and is clustered between 15 and 20, roughly 50% greater than its levels from July to September. Remember, vol got down to like 12, 13 in that level. So roughly 50% higher than we were from July to September, right? Let's keep going. That's regular implied volatility. So since the VIX one day is priced for the premium in 0 and 1 DTE options, this means that the premium of 0 DTE options has risen between 50 and 100% from its lows in September. The current straddle prices before the opening in the SPX for 0 DTE options are roughly $40. They were only $25 on average throughout August and September. So they went from $25 to $40. That's what happens when volatility jumps. Let's keep going. So how does the speed of 0 DTE implied volatility expansion and contraction compare to standard VIX? Just to get some of the confusion off the table. Let's take a look and see if 0 DTE premium is cheap. How long do we have to wait until it becomes expensive? And then how long do we have to wait until it becomes cheap again? All right.
I guess those are the questions when you're selling volatility, right?
Yeah, especially in 0 DTEs. I had a long talk with Anton yesterday afternoon, and he tried to convince me that, Tom, you need to be selling straddles in these 0 DTEs. You need to be selling straddle. I forgot to do it today.
Well,
where's the SPX Straddle right now?
It is an expensive product, right?
Where is the SPX Straddle?
I'm coming to it. You want the AM or the afternoon settlement?
Well, it's today.
So you want the ones that expire today? There are an AM settlement, which would be tomorrow.
No, I want the PM settlement.
Okay, well, it was a question. If you're looking at the 15s, then it's $29.80.
So if I went to the 0 DT right now, and let's just say I went to XSP just for the hell of it, and I sold the at the money straddle, which is the 31.
XSP?
Yeah.
Yes, 30. Well, it's 31 and a half. So if you did the 31 put and the 32 call, you would be doing the at the money straddle. But I don't want to teach you how to trade.
Anyway, I'm just trying to do this just to prove to Anton something because I just want to.
$2.50 some odd cents.
Really? It says 307.
Well, you're doing the 31. There's $50 of intrinsic value in there.
I can't fill it anyway.
Like I said, the stock is 31.50 at the time. You would do the 431 put, 432 call. That would
okay. I tried. I didn't get filled. All right. I'm going to move on. I don't want to waste time on this. So let's talk about how long it takes to get expensive and how long does it take to go from expensive to cheap. Next slide. So we did a study. We looked at the one-day implied volatility. We looked at the 30-day implied volatility. We did this since 2013, and we did the VIX one day since 2022, since it hasn't existed since before that. We compared the average number of days it takes for implied volatility to spike from below 15 to above 20, and the average number of days it takes for IV to go from above 20 to below 15. You want to take a guess?
Below 15 to above 20. 3.5 days. When it first goes above 15 to get to 20?
When it
like you're looking at it as it made it to
average
20?
number of days it takes for implied volatility to spike from below 15 to above 20.
I know, but is it goes above 15, then drops below 15, then it goes above 50? That way, it's going to take a long time.
No, from below 15 to above 20.
3.5 days.
And how about
once it hits 15 and you're looking back in time that you know it hit 20, I think it takes 3.5 days.
And then from 20 to below 15.
I'll go 4.5 days on the first one, 3.5 days on the second one.
4.5, 3.5.
Yes.
Okay, let's see how close. No. Don't go to this next slide. Don't go to the slide. Go back, Beth. 4.5, 3.5. So
It takes a little bit longer to go from 15 to 20. It takes less time to go from 20 to 15.
No, it's got to be the opposite way.
No, I think volatility drops a lot faster than it goes higher once it's reached 20.
Really? I think it's the other way around.
Okay, let's see.
Volatility expands fast, it contracts a little slower, right?
It has spikes, but I think it. Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. We'll see. We don't know.
Right.
Let's take a look. On average, a 30-day implied volatility takes roughly 5 times longer to contract. Right. Than it takes to expand by the same amount. So actually, it's 5 times longer. I didn't realize it was that much. However, 1-day volatility comes down at this. Oh, here's the interesting thing. So 30-day volatility, which is what you mostly trade, Tony.
Right, /VX more than
which
VIX.
is what you usually trade. Takes 5 times longer to contract than it does to expand. Because when it expands, it just goes boom. However, here's the interesting thing. 1-day volatility comes down at the same rate that it expands. Which means that if it goes up, it comes down. So if you're trading 1 day, it goes up, it comes down, it's all the same. Meaning the 0 DTE premium sellers don't have a long opportunity to take advantage of elevated premiums after an expansion. Okay, so how fast does implied volatility move? So the average number of days to expand.
I originally said 3.5 and went to 4.5. I was pretty close. I mean,
the average number of days to expand from below 15 to above 20. 30-day VIX 2, 1-day VIX 3. Average number of days to contract from above 20 to below 15 is 11, and the other ones is the same.
Same.
Okay, interesting. Let's go next slide. NASDAQ, first time today, down in the day.
Down 3. You're saying 30-day VIX. I'm looking at /VX. I'm spot on, dude. I said 4.5. It's 5.
Oh, God.
Spot
Additionally, we see 1-day volatility go through these expansions and contractions roughly 3 times more often than the 30-day. That makes sense. This makes 0 DTE options fun to play because you get more opportunities throughout the year, but each opportunity is short-lived. Maybe that's the appeal of this. So again, how fast does it move? The average number of times per year that implied volatility expands from below 15 to above 20 is only 2 times per year. But on the 1-day VIX, it's 5 times. And then the average number of times that it contracts from above 20 to below 15 is only 2 on the VIX, but it's 6 on the 1-day VIX. So obviously more times. Let's go next slide.
You mean the S&P is down 13? First time we've seen them really down double digits this morning since I've been on the show.
It is. And what is your boy Netflix doing?
Netflix.
99. $3.99. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
Up 53 and change.
Yes.
It's off about $4 from the last time I quoted it.
This has not changed our positions at all. Let's do some of the takeaways. Here. 0 DTE option, 0 DTE premium is usually a short-lived opportunity when it gets rich because it takes on average just 3 days for it to go down compared to 11 days in the 45-day IV. Okay, that's good to know. However, you will see more expansion and contraction cycles with 0 DTE premium, approximately 3 times more per year than the 45-day implied volatility. Okay, that's also cool. And 0 DTE premium selling opportunities are more frequent, but they're usually short-lived. That's a master of the obvious. So the 2 most important takeaways are the first 2, which is it takes just 3 days as opposed to 11 days on the zeros, and you just get a lot more, a lot more cycles per year with the zeros.
Good job. Good job out of you. Good job out of the team. We're going to take a quick 90-second break. We're going to come back. We've got, oh joy, Mr. Scott Sheridan, Tasty Trade World Headquarters next.